All right, everybody. Now we're going to do episode 12 of Dreadful Talk. Got a hold of our guest who'll be joining us here in just a second. But yeah, this is episode 12 coming at you. So we're going to have a guest this time around, my boy Dillon Rainbolt. Shout out to the whole Rainbolt family, man. I love y'all. And yeah, we're going to get him on here in just a second. But yeah, I'm excited for this one. Like I said, this guy... Everything this guy touches turns to gold, man. He's good at everything. Really talented dude. I'm excited. I'm excited to get him on here. Excited for this episode. So only my second guest I've had on here. I'm blessed to have a lot of talented friends. What can I say? I've been keeping it, close to the vest, but the people in my life are so talented, I'd be, tripping if I had other guests on here first. And here's the man of the hour. 1 second. Let's get my guy on here. Hey.
What's good, brother? Man. How you living, man?
Doing real good, brother, man. It's real good to see you, man. I appreciate, you getting a little bit of your time, man, being a part of Dreadful Talk.
Dude, I appreciate you having me, man. I fuck with all you got going on, dude.
Oh, shit.
I'm happy to be here, man. It's just vibe.
Yeah, definitely, brother. Are you there you go. Sorry, you froze up for a second. But yeah, can you hear me good? My last episode.
Sorry, man, these headphones are ass, bro, so it's kind of messing up.
All right, yeah, I can hear you good. You can hear me good?
I can hear you, but it's kind of like going in and out, you know what I mean?
It's going in and out. All right, for sure, brother. All right, well, we're going to try to do the best we can here. But yeah, man, so you're in Austin, Texas right now, is that right?
With it. Yes, sir, dude. I'm loving it out here, man. It's a beautiful city, but I was out in Dallas for a minute, and we just decided to switch it up. Me and all the homies making music out of Dallas we just decided to switch it up, come out to ATX, and man, probably the best decision I've made maybe ever. You know what I'm saying? I love it out here.
Dope.
It's dope.
Oh
man.
Yeah, man. That's yeah. I've heard a lot of good things about Austin's music scene, and that's kind of just what's one of the things I wanted to talk to you about. I know you're a man of many talents, but definitely I wanted to get into kind of the whole Texas music scene, the Dallas music scene compared to the Austin music scene, and just kind of like, what was attractive about the Austin music scene as opposed to the Dallas music scene.
Well, see, man, it's kind of like, I imagine the music scene out here is kind of like the same with Cali. Like, everybody and their mom trying to fucking do this shit, you know what I mean? Like, everybody trying to be on the wave. And so that's kind of why we got out of Dallas, is because, like, I don't know, literally everybody trying to make rap out there, you know what I mean? And
it's so, like oversaturated.
Yeah, man, and and rap's not like skating and like other shit that I do, to help each other out. Everybody's trying to be that dude, you know what I'm saying? So, like, honestly, man,
yeah.
I got like 7 homies that we be making music with. We keep our circle pretty tight, you know what I'm saying? But that's why we came out to Austin, because it's not as big of a rap scene out here.
Yeah.
And so, it's just better vibes out here and shit. Like, but yeah, the Austin, I'm not gonna lie, man, everybody out here, I ain't trying to be a hater or nothing, but everybody kind of weird, you know what I'm saying? Like, so we just keep our circle tight. We just make our music, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, so
yeah,
it's
man,
like,
I feel
kind of fuck what everybody else is doing.
Yeah, man, definitely. You got to keep the circle small. You got to fuck with the day ones, which is why I'm fucking with you right now. Because I feel that, man, like every time I try to, like, I don't know, I've made a few friends being grown and being in Cali and shit, but like I feel you, man. Every time you try to fuck with some new people, something funny happen, man. You know what I mean? That's why you see me. I fuck with the day ones. I fuck with Harrison. I fuck with you. I've had Rodney on. Like, just and it's weird because I don't want to be like closed off. No, go ahead, brother.
No, yeah, I feel that. I was just gonna say I gotta give y'all motherfuckers credit. Like, y'all probably the reason why I started wanting to rap in the first place. I remember back in like middle school, I was probably like 6th grade. I remember y'all dropped some shit on like Facebook or some shit like that. I'm like, bro, this is hard. Like, I remember I started writing music after
Hell
that, bro.
yeah.
I'm not even gonna lie. Yeah, that shit was live,
Oh
though.
man, that
I
makes
still
me
remember
so
that
fucking
vividly.
happy to hear. Hell yeah, bro. Hell
Yeah,
yeah,
man.
man. That makes me so fucking happy, man. Yeah, like so for everybody watching, like me and Dylan, we go back to we were both kids. I mean, I look at it as you being a kid, but in reality, I was a kid too. We were so young.
That's
And
facts.
like yeah, now and we still rocking after all these years, man. I love y'all's whole family and everything. Um,
Dude,
but
congrats
yeah,
on getting
man.
married, by the way, man. Congrats on getting married,
Oh,
dude.
thank you, brother.
That shit
Yeah.
is live, man.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
dope. I was happy to hear that, man.
Yeah, no, it was a dope milestone for me. It just felt right. I got it like Lake Tahoe's like my favorite place on earth, so we got married up there. Yeah, no, super happy about everything, man. Thank you so much, man. But yeah, brother. So how long have you been in Austin now? Apparently that's the move, man. I heard Joe Rogan was following you out there.
Dude, that would be sick, man. That would be sick. But no, Austin, like I've been out here for 2 years now, just a little bit over 2 years, and bro, this sounds kind of weird, but like the coronavirus is kind of blessing in disguise for me, man. Cause like I'm not gonna lie, we just hang. The first year we were out here, we were just like heavy on the music shit, just out in downtown all the time and shit. And 'cause that shit got shut down, it kind of like made me go explore the rest of Austin. You know what I mean? So like that's when I started finding all these fucking
Definitely.
like just doing the cliff jumping and all that shit. You know what I mean? Like got real back like heavy into skating
Yeah,
again and shit. So like it's kind of been a blessing in
man.
disguise, but yeah, Austin's the place for me right now. You know what I mean? It's kind of got everything I want. A bunch of beautiful women walk around too, man. Like Jesus Christ, it's crazy. It's crazy,
Hell yeah,
man. But it's
bro. Hell yeah. Like, man, it's crazy. Like, because I know kind of, I feel the same way about being in Cali. Like, I've been in Cali 4 years now. And, like, part of me feels like it's been the fastest 4 years ever. And then part of me feels like Oklahoma was a lifetime ago. Like, do you feel kind of similar? Like, do you feel like it's been 2 years fast, but at the same time, it feels like you've always been there? Or,
man, it's kind of been weird. Like I'm not gonna like so after school, life's been kind of crazy. You know what I mean? So like even yeah, like 2 years ago, that feels like a lifetime ago. I feel like I'm a whole different person since 2 years ago
yeah.
though. Since 2 years ago though. So like I think it's a good thing. I don't know, but time is moving fucking quick, man. Like I just turned 22, and I feel like 23 is already creeping on me. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
fucking, it's crazy, man. It gets quicker
No.
every year.
I feel it, brother. Yeah, no, I talk about so I moved to Cali when I was 22 and I just turned 26, man. And I felt like that shit wasn't that long ago. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
that's
I felt
crazy.
like I was just in Oklahoma. So, yeah, especially after like once you leave your hometown, like I don't know. I felt like if I was still in Norman, time would be going slow as fuck. Like maybe I'd be wrong, but I feel
Oh,
like getting out of your hometown kind of just like it fucks with like your concept of time. I don't know.
I feel that. I
Definitely,
moved back.
man.
I moved back to Norman. I don't even know. I moved back to Norman a couple of times. You know what I mean? Just like get back on my feet type shit. Just random stuff would happen with roommates or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Oh, trust me, I
yeah,
know.
dude, it was kind of depressing being back out there. You know what I mean? It was like, damn, I've been out and done all this other shit. Now I'm just back here doing the same shit I was doing back in the day. You know? So it's like I feel that. Actually, I'm about to.
There you go. Yeah, get
Hey,
get
the weed
right,
out in
brother. Get
Texas.
right.
Hey, bro, I know you smoking some gas out there, but the weed in Texas, bro, it's all right, man. It's not as like it's not as shit as you think. You know what I mean? It's okay.
That's so funny, bro. You want to know literally my next question I had for you was gonna be what's the weed situation like in Texas? That's funny. You took the words right out of my mouth. I was gonna ask you, how is the weed? What's the laws in Texas right now? Like I don't even know the situation. What's the weed
I
situation like?
dude, I barely even know, man. They're so fucking cause like I'm not even gonna lie, man. This sounds fucked up, but like in my situation, I'm just being completely honest, man. Like it depends on who you are, man. Like in my situation, like it's like this part sounds fucked up, but me being completely honest, man, the fact that I have white skin, bro, they might
Yeah.
let me slide. You know what I mean? It's fucked up, but
Yeah.
shit, they
Well,
just tried to. I ain't gonna say no names, but they just tried to fuck my boy over. He had an empty dab cart in his car. They tried to press him with a
oh
felony
wow.
because that's a yeah. And then
Wow.
the judge she dropped it down or whatever. But yeah, it's
Yeah.
weird, man. Police out here, it's like it depends, man. It's fucking weird. Apparently in Austin it's decriminalized though. Like so, if I got pulled over a little G bag, I'd be straight. But I'm not trying to test the theory. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So
Yeah, that's what I
fuck the
heard. I
police,
heard.
man.
Yeah, I heard Austin kind of, goes by its own little set of, rules, whether they're unwritten or written. I've heard that weed is more chill in Austin compared to other places. But yeah, man, I tell people out here in Cali like my horror stories of like just Oklahoma, like cops tripping and like I mean, I've had friends go to jail for roaches. I've had friends go to jail for, stems and seeds on the floorboard. Like I tell
Yeah,
people stories like that out here, and they're just like they damn near think I'm like capping or whatever. But it's like no, it's
straight
really
up,
like
man.
that places. Yeah, definitely. But yeah, it's crazy,
I mean,
man.
shit,
Being out here, bro. Like I'm learning how to grow. Like I worked at a dispensary for a little while. Like it's
I
so
was just
dope
about
being
to ask you
like close
how
to
many
the
plants you
source.
got?
Right now, I only have two. I had four other ones that I ended up moving, and I had to give them to my uncle. But I think three out of the four turned out to be hermaphrodites anyway. Um, but yeah, I got two. I got a Mendo breath right now, a little Mendo breath plant, and then I don't even know the strain on my other one. But the other one that's not Mendo breath is actually prettier than the Mendo breath. It's gorgeous, so it's turning out real good, especially for my first time.
That's what's up. How far along are they? They pretty far along, or
They
like
they just they just went
like how
into
much longer till you
flowering.
get to trim them hoes?
I think I'm gonna try to
That's
harvest
what's
them
up.
around October. So I think I'm gonna give them a couple more months in flowering, and then yeah, start the curing process and all that, man. But yeah, next year I'm going balls to the wall. Next year I'm gonna like do actual grow. So I'm excited. This was just like my learning year.
What's
I
the
learned a
what's the
lot.
law on that?
So in Cali, I believe every adult is entitled to 8 plants without a
Oh shit.
medical
So
with
that's
yeah, and
that's
that's
dope.
without a medical card. If you get a medical card, I think you can have a lot more, like 24 plants or something. But I mean, the thing is, if you plant out here, you can grow fire ass outdoor, like amazing outdoor because of just the climate. And them outdoor plants will get 6 feet tall, bro. So like, eight good sized plants is more than enough for like one person, in my opinion. But what strain you smoking on right there? What you smoking on right now?
Man, I couldn't even tell you. That's the thing about Texas, man, is like every plug gonna tell you they got some different shit that like it really isn't. You know what I mean? Like so I couldn't tell you, but I've been buying from this dude who lives right down the street, man. He's a homie and he's giving me some gas. He had some White Widow that we were smoking on. I know that shit I don't know if it was actually White Widow or not, but that shit was getting me high as fuck. So
Hell yeah.
I don't know
No,
what he said this shit was called, but
it's some straight. It's some straight. That's good. That's all that matters, man. Yeah, we're super spoiled out here. Like whenever I first moved out here, I was just like I didn't give a fuck. I like wasn't a weed snob at all. And then I'll be real, over the past 4 years, I've like just be you just get to learn so much about it. And like the more you learn, you like learn shit that you like don't want to fuck with, and like I don't know. You and like especially like with the dispensary shit, you like learn certain brands and like which brands are the brands to fuck with and all that. But no, it's definitely all good. I got some Girl Scout cookies right now, but I think I'm gonna have to pick up another packery today.
I
But
feel
yeah,
that.
man. Do you still what? When's the last time you snowboarded, bro? You still snowboard at all?
Yeah, man. So what happened with that is I just fucked my back up when I was like 17. I didn't have health insurance or nothing, so
Oh
like
shit!
I just yeah, just kind of had to like
Damn,
deal with it, you know what I mean? And so that honestly scared the
that's rough.
fuck. I just kind of tried to itch after that for like 3 years. Yeah, man, but I hopped back on the board this time, first time this year. Had a fucking
Oh,
blast,
dope.
dude. Yeah, no, I knocked the rust off a little bit. I still got it a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But I think next year I'm gonna try to go pretty hard with it. Just everything I'm like, I don't know, just trying to go as hard at everything I'm doing, like
That's
go as
what I
hard with
love.
as it, can't even talk, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Go as
no,
hard as I can with everything.
that's what I love about you. And I mean, I don't know. I probably should have like done this more at first, but for those watching, wondering who Dylan is, why I'm having him on. This guy's good at fucking everything, man. Like literally everything he
Nah.
touches turns to gold. Like he's one of those guys that can just fucking do shit. Like he can skateboard, he can like everything. Like this fool was a good ass football player. He makes good music. Like man, this fool does it all. He's a renaissance man. But
I really appreciate that. I don't know about all that, but I appreciate that a lot, man. Thank you.
yeah, but
Thank
but
you.
see,
But
I've known you your whole life, bro. Like you always was like that, bro. You learn shit hella quick. Like you would just like you would just watch somebody do something that you've never done and then go do that shit better than they did that shit. And they've been doing it longer. Like that's always been how you
man,
got down, bro. So yeah, no, I love that about you, bro. Just embrace that shit, man, because that's a
I
skill in
appreciate
and
it,
of
man.
itself. That's a skill in and of itself. Like being able to, learn shit quick and and definitely a skill is like not being scared, which I know you definitely ain't never had that problem, bro. Like so many people like you can't just like live life timid, you got to take a little risk, a little
Absolutely
gamble
not.
here and there. And I know you
Yeah,
you
man.
you
That's
embrace
like
that lifestyle to the fullest.
I try to, man. That's the thing that for instance, this clip jumping shit I've been getting into a lot lately. That's probably like
Yeah, I didn't even mention that with your crazy ass. This fool also like jumps off bridges and cliffs and shit. He's a one man jackass
well,
crew.
dude,
Like
that's the thing.
real talk, bro. You need to make like a whole one man jackass tape. Like you can do it everything they whole crew did in one man.
Dude, so that's funny that you say that, man. So like I'm actually repping it right now. This is creative culture though. It's pretty much like that's kind of what I'm trying to do on YouTube is just like I'm not trying to be like a YouTuber, you know what I mean, by any means, but like what I've been doing is I've been making these collages, right? It's called Ain't a Phase. Like and I just dropped part one like probably a month ago. I'm gonna try to drop one every month. But it's pretty much just gonna be collages just like me partying and doing all the shit that I do
Oh,
with all the homies. Like it's not just me, it's all the homies
yeah.
too. But
No,
yeah,
that's
I'm gonna start
perfect,
trying to do
bro.
that.
That's
I'm not necessarily
perfect.
yeah, so that's pretty much what we're doing right now, and that's separate from the music. You know what I mean? Because the music is like I got a bunch of boys that are killing it on that side, and so like you know what I mean? It's cool because like we got two separate things going right now, and we're finally starting to get the ball rolling a little bit. So
That's
you know
dope,
what I
bro.
mean?
What's your
But yeah,
channel
that is
called?
what we're trying to do.
What's your
Right
ch-
now it's just Dillon Rainbolt, dude. It's funny because I've had many videos on YouTube that say like that I have no idea what account I made it on, and I can't take them off. So like, it's funny. I think I'm just gonna like try to keep them on there. It's funny. There's like me high as fuck in class, like talking about some shit for like 30 seconds. It's just randomly on there, just a bunch of random shit. But yeah, it's
Yeah.
just Dillon Rainbolt. You type it up, you'll find that shit. But yeah, I'm gonna have to drop
Hell
one here
yeah.
pretty
Everybody
soon. I
go
gotta get a
subscribe to
couple
the
more clips
homie.
today. Yeah, that'll
Bro,
be
I'm
sick.
telling you,
That'll
bro,
be
that's
sick.
a lane because there's a lot of people that can do like one of those things, but like you can do like all of them, bro. I swear, like that's always been your lane, bro. Like, I swear, you born for that shit. So I support
Yeah, I
that.
appreciate that, man.
That's dope, bro. I can connect you with some people about maybe getting you a logo done or some shit. You know what I mean? Like, try to go all out with it or something. You know what I
Dude, yeah,
mean?
your logo, hey, both of your logos are hard, my man. Both of your logos are
Oh,
fucking dope. I fuck with
thank
both
you,
of them,
brother.
bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so I could, like I said, I don't
Yeah,
know
both
if
of
you're
your
trying
shits are
to.
dope.
Yeah, thank you, brother. Yeah, man. One of them. This one was like a gift from the homie, and I actually paid for the Beefy Boys ones. Shout out Cot Media, but yeah. Either way, I'm happy. I'm super happy with both of them, and yeah, man. Just let me know. Like I said, if you want me to put you in contact with somebody, I can help you with the logo shit, man. Because I definitely support what you're doing. It's just so entertaining to me. But like, I like to think of myself as a well-rounded person, and it's like that's something I've always struggled with my whole life. And I know you can probably relate to this of like people trying to put you in a box. Like, oh, you're good
Oh,
at this.
absolutely.
You're a this. Like, I hate when people try to say I'm a this or I'm a that. And I know, so the fact that you're like putting all of that into one project, like a multi-package deal, like I just fuck with that whole concept. Because, like I said, I know for a fact people have tried to classify you as a athlete or a skater or a musician, and in reality, you're Dillon Rainbolt, which embodies all that.
I
And
appreciate that.
yeah, so yeah, man, I know I've struggled with that, bro, and especially like the whole football player stigma, bro. Like I know you probably dealt with that, like like when you happen to be good at a sport, which is football, in a state like Oklahoma or Texas where that shit's a religion. and then all of a sudden you're supposed to be, you know,
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Square Jaw Captain America, you know what I mean, Mr. Kiss Ass Bootlicker, just because you
Yeah.
happen to be good at a certain sport. You know what I'm saying? And like it's just a certain culture that I know you relate to what I'm saying, but like if you didn't grow up playing football in the Midwest or the South, you probably just ain't gonna relate, bro. Like I went to a high
Nah,
school
man.
football game out here in the
I
Bay
miss
Area,
playing
and
ball, man.
I love football. I love football so much. Like I'm not talking down, but that's what's
No, I
weird
would say
about
that
football. Is there's like the
I
culture that
fucking
comes with it.
that's what I'm saying, man. Honestly, like I love the game of football. I still watch football, play football. Like the attitude, it taught me a lot growing up. You know what I'm saying? Made me who I am. But man,
Oh,
getting into
without a
high school,
doubt.
just like those coaches, dude, they could suck a dick, man. I got suspended from so many games just for bullshit, man. Literally, like just for bullshit. They'd be like, "What's on your mind?" I'm like, "I don't want to tell you, coach." And then they'd be like, "No, tell me. I won't get mad." I tell them, and then they'd be like, "You're not fucking playing the rest of this game." I was like, "Man, fuck you! Like you just told me to tell
Yeah.
you what's on my mind, bitch." Like I don't know,
Yeah,
just
that's
certain things
weird.
like
That's
that. I
weird.
just they just totally messed up the whole like. As soon as I thought maybe I'd want to play college ball or something like that because I love football so much. But yeah, as soon as I realized how much the coaches were involved, I'm like, man, this
No,
like
I
the
feel
coaches are
that.
supposed
I
to
feel
coach, but
that.
they ain't supposed to be bitching at me because I'm smoking weed afterwards. You know what I mean? Like my body's hurting. Like you know what I mean? Let me smoke some
No,
weed. Like
I feel it. That's one thing that was cool about Norman High. Like we had this like wink wink nudge nudge thing with the coaches where the coaches knew what the fuck we was doing. We just both pretended like it wasn't going on. Like it was like this unspoken mutual, because like the thing is the coaches knew that if they started tripping on weed, every single one of their best players, every single starter, every single skill position
yeah,
player, and most of the linemen, it was out. So like we just had this kind of like, it's like, when the wife knows the husband's cheating, but she likes the big house and she just pretend like she don't see it. Like it's just I don't know. That's how it was with my high school coaches. And then I did play some college ball, and I got super lucky, man, because I had Coach Milo, man, and he was the linebackers coach, and he was the recruiter. So
shout
like
out
he
Coach
recruited
Milo.
me, and Milo was so dope, bro. Like he would just tell us to be smart. Like he low key knew what was up too, but we did like I don't know. He would just tell us to be smart and don't make him look stupid, and don't get in no trouble, and then just then it ain't no problem. And he's just a great dude. So I got lucky, and then I had Coach Fex as my linebacker coach in high school. Shout out to Coach Fexico, the legend. And so I had dope linebacker coaches, but I would always beef with the other coaches, like the other positions and the head coaches. But my
I feel that.
linebackers coaches would always have my back, and if it wasn't for that, I probably would have been in your same position. Like my linebacker coaches always fucking got my ass out of hot water. So I love them fools. But did you play safety? What
Dude,
did you
no,
end up being best at when you was playing football?
man. So my football, the way it's funny, man. So my junior and senior year, I played safety, for Coppell, which is like 6A, right? And I didn't start every game my junior year, but I started a little bit. And then senior year, I was starting, and they were just trying to do some bullshit. They were trying to rebuild our senior year, I guess, which was stupid because we had an actually pretty solid team, you know what I mean? And anyways, the coaches, like, when I talk about daddy ball, bro, like, it was some, like, daddy ball shit. Like, all the rich coaches moved back. Like, it was crazy. They had freshmen starting over us that weren't, like, never played. Freshmen starting
That's
6A
weird.
varsity. It was wild. And it wasn't because we weren't playing well. Like, it was wild. Like, they were just,
It's
like,
like some politics
I mean,
shit.
shout out to kids, though, because they all killing it now. And, like, I got love for all the kids. It wasn't even their fault. The coaches were just wild, right? So
Yeah,
I ended
yeah.
up I ended up saying fuck football, and I had enough credits to graduate from the school in Oklahoma, because you need 26 in Texas, you need 23 in Oklahoma.
That's
So
so hilarious. That
so I
makes
just
so much
dipped to
sense.
So I dipped to Oklahoma, right, in like October, and I finished the season playing in Cordell, Oklahoma, which is like a Oklahoma 2A. It was like I ain't trying to hate on none of those kids, but like just the level of the
Yeah,
level of
it's totally
playing was so
different.
crazy. Like, so I went from playing safety with like, I'm knowing like 60 plays, you know what I'm saying, and go to this small school, and pretty much they put me at running back and outside linebacker, and I didn't know any plays on defense. They just told me thumbs up or thumbs down, and thumbs down meant like I'm just drop back and pretty much play free safety. Thumbs up meant just fucking just rush, right? So it was fun as fuck, and I was just bullying kids, you know. It was
That's
funny as
fun.
fuck, and no, it was cool. Like, and all the coaches there, I would shout out to all the Cordell coaches. They were cool as fuck. Like, they were all cool. And that, like, I don't know, it was cool because I got to end it on a good note. You know what I mean? It was like, it was fun.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
yeah, after
Yeah,
that, I
without
dipped
a
off to
doubt.
Colorado. The shit was live,
Yeah,
man.
you've been all over,
It was
man. So yeah,
live.
you spent time in Colorado, New Mexico, Dallas, Norman, Austin, right? I mean, am I missing any places?
I lived in Denton for a little bit too. And then, yeah, a couple places in Dallas too. Like, I say Dallas, I never lived in downtown Dallas. I lived in Coppell, and then I lived in DeSoto, which is like North Dallas, which is like, yeah, just North Dallas, and I lived in South Dallas for a little bit too. But,
That's
yeah,
what's
shout out
up,
to
man.
DeSoto. DeSoto is a pretty cool place too, man.
Yeah, man.
But,
I don't
yeah, I
know.
only lived there for like a
I
year.
Cause the thing is, man, so like Rogan ain't the only one. Like everybody in California has like conversations about like moving to Texas because like property prices and shit and like taxes.
Yeah.
That's like a common thing. Like how people talk about the weather, people out here talk about Texas, like oh the taxes, the property, all that. And so it's like I thought about moving there. I don't know, bro. I'm pretty convinced I got to stay west of the Rockies. I think I'd be straight anywhere west of the Rockies. I think I'd be cool with. Like, I'm not saying it has to be California, but I like the mentality.
After that.
It's a different energy. I don't know that southern energy, that Midwest energy is just different. I'm not saying it's better or worse. I fit in better out here. I don't even know, bro. But who are some Texas rappers
See,
that
that's
you
it.
think like are next up?
Well, when I say, like, I don't know, man, because that's just, like, when I say I stay with my circle, like, I I don't know, man. I've been finding it like positive for me if I just don't even like if I just post shit, I don't even look at what the reactions are half the time. You know what I mean? Like whatever. I'm just like staying in my own little world. So like I'd be lying, man. Like I for all my homies, man. Like once we get the ball rolling on the music side and everyone start dropping consistently, all my boys gonna blow up. Or like that. This shit's crazy, man. Like we literally just been
Well,
working on
shout
our
them out.
craft for the
Shout
past
them out.
3 years. Well, no, Spinks. Hey,
Shout
Spinks.
them out. Who's your crew?
So it's official Spinks. You got BL. And those are my boys in Austin. You got Young Shan up in Dallas. You got Raheem. Raheem is my boy from the islands. He lives out in Austin with us too, but he fucking ridiculous with it, bro. He got an accent that's just like, but he'd be crazy. He'd be crazy with it. And then Baby out of Dallas, and then we got my boy Dak Cross too. He out in Dallas, but he be out in Norman too. That's my boy from Norman, but he stay out in Dallas now. I'm trying to get all their asses out to Austin, but it's good to have the Dallas connection too. So like, it's cool. It's only 3 hours away too, so we just be bouncing back and forth.
That's
Yeah,
dope.
shout out all those
like,
boys, man. They all be killing it.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Whenever we're done with this, send me some links to some of their stuff. I'll check it out.
Absolutely.
But yeah, man,
Absolutely.
like I think I'm about to start like getting back into snowboarding again and stuff because we're like Tahoe's only 4 hours away and we're gonna start going to spending more time in Tahoe. And so I think I'm gonna try to get my big ass up on the board and try not to kill myself. I think I'll be straight though.
Bro, Tahoe's beautiful, man.
Would you
Definitely do
say
it, man.
Yeah, it's so gorgeous, bro. It's paradise, man. I think I'm trying to move up out closer to there eventually, but we'll see. We'll see how that pans out. The thing is, like, all the money's in San Jose, but like nobody actually wants to really be in San Jose. It's just where all the jobs and shit is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody wants to be in Santa Cruz or in Tahoe or somewhere doper, but like San Jose just has all the jobs and shit, but it's also like expensive for no reason. So it's like, I don't know. It's like it's easy to say you want to leave, but it's like this is where all the jobs are. But right now there ain't no such thing as a job. It's still shut down out here, bro. Like I haven't worked since March 18th, bro. Like it's crazy.
That's kind of dope, though. That's kind of dope, though.
Yeah, I'm enjoying myself, bro. Like I refuse to like, just be one of these people that's like letting it get to them, bro. Like
I try to
That's
flip
exact.
everything
Like,
into a positive. Yeah, like I've been definitely staying busy. Well, I'll put it that way. I've been definitely staying busy with both the podcasts and everything, and I got my little eBay business too. So I'm just trying to just flip it into a positive. Just to try to readjust on the fly. Um, Man, so if you had to say, like, out of your crew, because like first I was gonna ask you, if about like the Dallas scene, but I feel you fuck with your crew and that's who you fuck with, and I respect the hell out of that. So it's like, how would do you think you could define y'all sound, or is every artist super different, or like, and what kind of beats do y'all be getting on? Like, just kind of try to talk about y'all sound for real quick.
no, yeah, okay, for sure, yeah, man. So like, honestly, I would say we all definitely have a very different sound, which is what's dope about our crew. Like, for instance, like we be collabing all the time, and but I mean, we also be just dropping singles. Like, we're all very much our own artists in our own lane. You know what I'm saying? So, like,
Yeah, that's the
Corey,
best.
for
That's how me
instance,
and Rico used to do it.
for instance, Corey, he like, I don't know, the singles he be dropping, like lately, the singles he's been dropping, he can go hard on the like. I be getting him on some of my harder songs, like really aggressive songs. He be hopping on, but like lately he's been dropping some songs that are just for the bitches, man. Like they're just like not just for the bitches, you know what I'm saying? But like you listen to that shit and it's just like, damn, like this
Smooth,
so smooth. Like, yeah,
smooth.
like you want to
Yeah,
play this with your girl around, like you want to play it while your girl's in the car, like,
that's
you
what's
know what I'm
up.
saying? Like he's been killing that shit. And then Blair, man, BL, he be making some like, I don't know, it's like very much in his own lane, you know what I'm saying? But he's got more of like a Juice World-esque to him, but it's definitely
Okay.
his own sound. Like, if I'm saying like that style, like he's very emotional in his shit, you know?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah,
and
no,
then
that's
yeah,
actually,
bro, he
let's
just
take a
fucking
second and
crazy.
go
He
down
got
that
the
road real quick.
dance hall shit, you know what I'm saying? It's everything.
Oh, really? Damn, that's
Yeah,
what's
for
up.
sure.
That's definitely interesting. I
No,
definitely wanted to talk
Yeah,
about
Raheem be
that
killing
because
everything, bro.
we're a few years apart. So you say you're 22, so I'm like 4 years older than you. So that's not that, in the grand scheme of things, we're pretty close in age, but I do feel like your generation, the younger generation,
There's a
there was
gap
like a
for sure.
switch. There's like a switch with like y'all are like more emotional in y'all's music. Not y'all, but just in general. Like, the younger generation does talk more
Yeah,
about, but see, a lot of old heads, I'll call myself an old head. A lot of old heads think that's like a bad thing and be clowning or whatever. I actually kind of look at it kind of a little bit deeper and think that it's dope that people, men, young, especially young black men, have a platform to talk about, their feelings and everything, because like,
I think
I
it's
don't know.
sick. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I don't know. I kind of wanted to like, where do you think that came from with like the younger generation just feeling more open? Do you think it's just like less stigmatized, like it's more okay? Like my old school
Honestly,
generation was too busy trying to be cool and tough. Like, what you think it is?
nah, man. I think it's honestly kind of the same shit. Like it always has been. You know what I'm saying? It's just like the younger sounds coming in. I think honestly, my opinion is Wayne changed the game for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Wayne's the goat in my
Without a
head. If
doubt,
he's like
the
Wayne's the
goat.
goat, but like
Hell yeah.
he but he changed the game for like, I mean, think about it. Like he literally he started making rock music, and
Oh
like
yeah.
he did everything like pretty much. When you think of a rapper, is Lil Wayne. So many people tried to be Lil
He
Wayne
was
for
the
so
rap.
long, but like
Yeah.
no one had the bars. Everyone was just trying to sound like Wayne, right? And so like no one really had I don't
Yeah.
know, it's like the sound just like got elevated to a new way to where it's like motherfuckers aren't really as talented as rappers anymore, but like like they can write what they feeling, you know what I mean? It's not like it's not as much
Yeah.
I don't know, it's not as that's the thing that I'm trying to switch up with my music. I'm trying to make my shit a little bit more technical than a lot of the shit is nowadays. Like nowadays, you just listen to it and you don't really have to try to listen to it, and you know you know what's going on. You're just vibing, which is like
Yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah.
But like, if you listen to Wayne shit, like you sitting there and you vibing, but if you really sitting there listening, you're like, oh my fuck, like bro, this fool is going crazy on this shit. Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
Yeah. No, I
nowadays you
definitely.
can just kind of listen to it, and it's not so complex nowadays. Like You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I don't know how to explain it. Just kind of got dumbed down over the past couple years, I feel like.
Yeah,
But
you
the
know how I
quality
like to
of the music
describe
is
it?
through the roof. Like,
Yeah, so this is how I describe it. It's like it's almost like some of the new artists. It's almost like background music because the young generation, they're always doing more than one thing. They're on their phone,
exactly.
they're watching something, they're doing like three or four things at once. So it's almost like, I mean, it makes sense from like a marketing perspective. If you knew the people listening to your music aren't gonna just be listening to every single fucking syllable that you say, you just make like background music. But like, back in the day, Nas and them motherfuckers, like it was literally a nigga with a fucking, Walkman doing nothing else, just listening
Yeah,
to every
exactly.
fucking word. And so they had to be more on point lyrically. So like, I get it. Like I said, I try not to be that get off my grass, older guy that's just like tries to
I
shit
think
on
it's
the
kind of
young
getting
kids.
back though. I think it's kind of starting to come back around though, man. Because there's a bunch of artists like, I mean, just like I don't know how to like I don't know how to describe it. Like I'll be listening to a lot of artists nowadays. Like for instance, I don't know if you know West Side Gun and Griselda. Shout out
Yeah,
them. All the dudes on the
yeah,
East
yeah.
Side, bro. They all be. But West Side Gun, bro. That fool be spitting. And he a little older though. But like that's the thing. He has new people listening to him. Like he has kids my age and like yeah. I mean I'm not like I'm a grown ass man. He has like actual kids listening to him. You know what I mean? Like 18,
Yeah.
like kids listening to him. And he's older, but he's actually rapping, bro. Like you listen to shit he's saying, he's still got them crack bars, like actual crack bars and shit. You know, he's not just talking about like random shit. You know, he's got some good
Yeah.
shit. And
No,
then same like
I like shit
you know, Beast Coast.
shit
I don't know if you know
cyclical.
Beast Coast.
I haven't heard
Yeah,
of
like
him.
I
I'll have
just
to maybe check him out.
no Beast Coast is just the whole East Side, bro. They all be it's like Flatbush, Joey Badass, fucking the Underachievers, and then like
Oh,
just all pro era too.
okay. I definitely know
And yeah,
Joey.
they be dropping
Okay, I
tapes.
definitely know that
Yeah,
Joey.
yeah, Joe, dude, check them out, bro. Beast Coast, their whole album is fucking fire. They all be killing shit, but like, I don't know, that's some like shit that's been dropping recently that's kind of giving me some hope. I'm like, okay, this is some like actual bars,
Hell
you know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Like I don't know, I be listening to that shit. Honestly, I've been Corey's been putting me on, my boy Spink's been putting me on to battle rap. We've been listening to a lot of battle rap lately too.
Oh, really?
Them
Okay.
motherfuckers nowadays,
Yeah, that's the king
bro.
of
That shit,
bars, like actual bars and punchlines and shit. Then them dudes, them
the
that's
deliveries, everything.
yeah, yeah. That's a whole nother world. That's a whole nother world. Like legit. There's guys that are like make careers and famous or battle rappers, but like the average hip hop fan maybe not even know their name. It's crazy. It's a whole nother world for sure. Um,
Feel like that's
man,
kind of giving me upper hand, bro. Listening to them, just you know what I mean. Like when it comes to my
yeah.
writing, listening to that a lot of the times, just kind of gives me an upper hand whenever I'm hopping on like mainstream style beats. You know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of
Oh,
cool that
bro,
way.
like we're all sponges, bro. Like as somebody that used to rap, and I still write, from time to time. If I catch a wave, if I feel it, if I get inspired, I write it down. And and I mean, like everybody, we're all sponges. Yeah, like what you're listening to definitely impacts what you like. What you intake definitely affects your output for sure. I've noticed that. Like some rappers will probably try to like lie and say that that doesn't apply to them, but I think it's just it's just kind of subconscious,
It
like whether
applies to
you mean it
everybody.
to or not. Yeah,
What
definitely, bro. But what
what have you been listening to?
bro, man, I bump a lot of Cole, a lot of Nipsey.
Ooh, I
A
Nipsey,
lot
one of
of
my
Big
favorites.
Sean.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, definitely. R.I.P. Man, I still listen to like kind of that generation. I still listen to a lot of Mac. Um, I listen to a lot of Anderson Paak. Anderson Paak's dope, like in like the Free Nationals, like that whole type of groove. You know what I mean? But yeah, I bump a lot of Cole. I really fuck with Nas's new album that he just dropped. That shit is really insane. Um, but as far as the younger cats, you know what I'm saying? I fuck with like Roddy Rich. I try to bump some Roddy. Um, I fuck with some of the little baby shit, not all of his shit, but some of his shit. And then just as far as like a businessman goes, like I'm not gonna sit here and just tell you that I like bump a lot of the baby, but the thing about it is like I really respect what he's doing as far as like
I would
carving
say
his
the same.
lane. You know what I mean? Like I
I
see
would
what
say the
he's
same thing.
doing on like a business tip and like just how he's approaching his career, and I really fuck with it. I really do. Like
I
I
will
think he's
say,
gonna have a
actually,
long career.
I will say I like how he switched it up too. Like he's kind of like, was it Blind? That song he had, Blind. That shit was dope. He's like switched it up from like, I feel like I heard the same DaBaby song like a million times. So I was just
Yeah,
like,
he's switching
like
up
I
the
feel like his
flow.
switch up was pretty solid though. But
Yeah,
I still
yeah.
ain't bumping him all the time though.
Yeah, yeah, it's not. It's just not necessarily like the energy I be on nowadays, to be honest. But like I said, I look at rappers honestly kind of in a way how some people look at athletes, like how some people look at people coming into the draft and like seeing if they rookie of the year or whatever. Like I be seeing, like I'm old enough now where I just be seeing how long these motherfuckers gonna be around. Like everybody says, like the average NFL career is like 2 years. I feel like that's like the average rap career too.
That's
Honestly
facts.
nowadays, like I don't even really listen to these young dudes as far as like do I like it or not. I'm just like, okay, I want to watch how your career goes, almost like a baseball card or something. Like I want to see if your stock goes up or down. Like I just kind of watch them from afar and just kind of appreciate, their how they navigate, the rap game. And that's kind of what I do with the younger dudes. You know what I mean? Because I understand it ain't necessarily all meant for me to like. You know what I mean? So I try to just watch it almost like sports, just like seeing who comes out on top out of like the younger generation, like who's still there 5 years from now. You know what I mean?
Dude, I be doing the same shit, man. Like, cause people be quick to hop on someone's dick, you know. And so
Yeah,
it's like, dude, he's okay, man. He's had three good songs, like three good songs. You know what I'm saying? Like with hella production and hella promotion,
yeah,
he has
yeah.
three good songs. You know, so like back before any of that was like, I don't know, and it's so easy to be like a big star nowadays for it's so
It's
easy to get your 15 minutes nowadays, bro. So it's crazy. Everybody be getting it, you know.
Yeah, and you can always tell the like record label artists, like they have a certain sound, like it's like I don't know, just yeah, like the overproduced, like it just feels very contrived. Like as somebody who's written music and who has made music, I can like listen to a bar and tell if they wrote that bar or if that's like a studio record label song. You know what I mean? You can
Exactly. Yeah.
like when you listen to a J. Cole song, there's like a 0% chance anybody else wrote that shit because it's so personable. It's like him talking. You know what I mean? Like or there's a lot of artists like that, but then you listen to some of these just like random like radio auto tune songs and it's like, dude, you know what I mean? Like some white dude in Illinois wrote that. Like I don't know, like
Yeah, straight up, man. Honestly, that's how I be feeling about it, man. That's like, yeah, I don't know. That's why I just try with my music. Like, I want my shit to like be 100% my shit. Like, if you don't like it, you don't like it, but it's 100% me, and I like it, you know. So
that's
I
the
guess all
approach
that
to
matters.
take, bro. That's the approach to take, man. A lot of people get caught up in like the people pleasing and the wave riding, and then you realize like how quickly them fucking trends fade in and out, and then you get exposed. Because if you're just riding waves, then what? Do you switch to the next wave, or do you keep riding the wave that's played out? Either way, you set up to look corny, and it's a lose lose. So like them people that ride in the wave, they may catch fire for a second, but like what you doing, you know what I'm saying, as far as like being original and shit, like that's the real longevity, and that's how you stay authentic, and that's really how
I
you
just
build fans.
look up to, man. You know what I mean? Like all the dudes that I look up to, it's like ain't none of them were just like dick riding, wave hopping dudes. You know what I mean? Like they were like all the people I look up to weren't corny, you know what I mean? And so like I don't want to be like the next dude. I want to be like the dudes I look up to, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
like there's no
Yep.
reason to rush it, you know what I mean? Like no reason to rush shit. A lot of these motherfuckers are a lot older than like people think too, you know what I mean? Like I'm 22, so like just because there's a 16-year-old that's had some hit song don't mean that I'm old for being like I'm still young, you know? Like
No. Bro, you know one of my
just
favorite
no
rappers.
reason to rush shit or anything. Like
You know who I like look up to and like who I respect the fuck out of their like hustle and their business is Currency. Like Currency
My
has
fault.
been
What you
steadily making. Oh, I'm saying like who I like look up to and who I respect in the music industry is Currency. Like he's never been super famous, but he's been steady getting money for almost 20 years. Like he's almost like 20 years
say?
strong in the rap game, still dropping fire, has his fans, he's all independent. And you know who's kind of like the next Currency is Dizzy Wright. He's doing the same thing. Like he's not the most famous guy in the world, but they just they own all their shit and they just keep putting it out and they're just I don't know. I respect the fuck out of those type of rappers.
I feel that, man. That's me too. Like, I mean, I just look at it from like a like just a perspective of like how do I like you said, man, like most rap is like an NFL career. It could last for 2 years or it could last for 20. You know,
Yeah.
so it's just like there's no need for any like a lot of these motherfuckers they just can't handle the struggle or the come up. You know what I mean? Like for me, the come
Yeah.
up's kind of fun. I'm kind of I feel like if this shit really once this shit really does pop off, you know, I'm gonna be like, damn, I kind of miss being able to just like chill. You know what I mean? Just like walk
Yeah.
around, hang out, and like not have to worry about shit. But like I don't know. You know what I mean? Like I'm appreciating the come up. I'm ready for that shit, you know, but like I'm appreciating the come up and I'm not rushing shit. I'm not gonna change my ways. Like I
Man,
never
I
thought I
think
needed someone else to make it in life, you know what I mean? And that's never gonna change. Like,
I
you know,
respect
so
that,
like
brother. I
might
respect the
as well
hell out
keep
of that.
it and yeah. Like
Yeah,
all the
man.
people that done it before me, like shout out to them, you know?
Definitely, brother. I think J. Cole said it best, man. He said there's beauty in the struggle, ugliness in the success. I think that's kind of like similar to what you're saying, man. I fuck with that.
Thanks
Hey,
for everybody that's watching on YouTube. Let's go ahead and get Dillon back on here.
all right, we're back. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right, cool, man. Hey, so what do you release your music under? Like, what is it? Is it just Dillon Rainbolt, or what do you release it under?
Dilly actually. Just
Dilly?
Dilly.
All right, cool. And you're on SoundCloud under Dilly, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't been releasing them on platforms yet just 'cause like honestly, I've been mainly focusing on the other shit. I like to keep my head like I like to do everything at once. You know what I'm saying? Because like it's therapeutic for me to make music. Like I enjoy everything I do. You know, but as far as like promoting it and actually like giving a fuck about it, like afterwards, other than just listening to it, like right now I'm kind of focused on like the skating and promoting like just getting
Oh
clips
yeah,
and shit like that right now, cliff jumping all that shit. So like
yeah.
it's just I'm throwing it up on SoundCloud. If you want to listen to it, listen to it. It's mainly for me though, just so like easier to show people whenever people want to hear it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But
You
yeah,
know,
anybody out there that wants to check it out, somebody might be out there watching and wants to hear some of your shit. You can go find it on the SoundCloud under
exactly.
Dilly. But yeah, man, I kind of wanted to get more into the skating stuff, man. I just like kind of wanted to just kind of maybe tell us some of your journey. How long you've been skating. So maybe some like a lot of people probably don't even know there's a big skate scene in Texas. So just kind of talk to me a little bit about the skate shit, bro.
Yeah, man. So like, I mean, I've been skateboarding my whole life, you know, but mainly like when I started skating for real was probably when I was in Texas, probably like 15. My boy Stevie, shout out Smokey Steve. Him and I started skating. You know, we just clicked up, started skating all the time. Uh, And my dad was kind of cool. Every time I would get in trouble, he would just like let me go skate and shit. You know what I mean? So skating was always like what I did, even when I was in trouble and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I was always able to
That's
skate.
dope.
But
That's
yeah,
dope.
I don't know why I just like skating's always kind of fluctuated with me. You know, I like either loved
Yeah.
it or I just really wasn't feeling it. But now when I moved out to Austin, man, that's when everything kind of switched up for me. Like, dude, the skate scene out here is crazy, man. Cause like the skate park, the main skate park is like 10 minutes from my crib, and
Dope.
it's beautiful. You know, it's downtown. There's like
Hell yeah.
a bunch of cool people down there. You know what I'm saying? And but no, like just the skate scene in general. Like, there's so many spots downtown. Bunch of like random spots where you like hop a fence, you go hike for a second, and then there's just like a big slab of concrete. And, like it's like
Wow.
another skate park that like skaters just built themselves. You know, it's like
Damn, that's cool, man.
cool shit like that. You know, so like And shout out Xavier and my boy Michael too. Like them boys be killing shit. But yeah, it's just cool, man. Like it's just a bunch of homies. We'll just mob up, go skate, go get some drinks downtown before the Corona shit. You know,
Yeah,
go skate
yeah,
downtown,
man.
go grab some drinks and shit. It's just a vibe, man. It's just a good time.
Yeah. I've always just loved skateboard culture and I love watching it. I follow like a million skate accounts on Instagram because I love watching that shit. It's so hypnotizing to me, bro. Like honestly, like skateboarding and music are probably the two closest things to magic that exist. Like in my opinion, bro. Like, and you good at both of them, man. You got the David Blaine over
I'm
here.
okay at skating. I'd like to think I'm better at making music than skateboarding because those motherfuckers that are pro skaters, bro, those guys, like,
Well,
I
dude,
don't
it's
know
come
how
so
them,
far. It's
huh?
come so far. It's come so far. Like,
Oh,
so like I said, like I've been following it my whole life, and like back in the day, some guy like doing like a nose slide down like a 12 stair would get on like the cover of Thrasher,
yeah.
and then like nowadays it's like, oh, he didn't do it, he didn't flip in or out, lame. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Straight up, dude.
like they doing real life Tony Hawk combos out here now, man. Like
You know what's
flipping
funny?
in, flipping out. It's
You know
like
what's
it's
funny?
crazy.
Bro, you compared music to skating, man, and like me and my homies were talking about it, and it is like very similar, but it's very similar in a way that the internet has, like, for instance, some random average fucking Joe doing like a fucking laser flip, late flip in his fucking garage can get millions of views, and so now
Yeah.
if the biggest pro out can't do that trick, it's like, you know what I mean? So it's kind of
Who
like,
gives a shit?
yeah,
Yeah, no, that's
everybody's like,
true.
and so everybody's seeing everything that's being done, and so it's like, if you want to be if you want to be that dude, you got to have some fucking insane shit because
Yeah.
fucking some dude with no sponsors might have had the same exact clips in his tape, and now everybody's able to see it. So it's like,
Yeah.
it's kind of
No.
cool because, like, you don't have to really know nobody nowadays. You just have to be
Yeah.
sick. But like, that's why I think it's grown so fast, so quickly in the past couple of years, man. Like,
No doubt. And the women's skating's come so far too.
I was gonna
Like,
say, there's a lot of girl skaters out in Austin, man. Like, I was over there, I think it was 2 nights ago, man, and I saw like 30 girls over there skating, which, like,
that's
in my head,
dope.
yeah, it was sick. I'm like, this is cool. Like, I could get used to this. Like, but no,
Yeah,
that shit, it
like
was
back
cool,
in
man.
the day, you never saw back in the day, I feel like you never saw girls skating and you never saw black kids skating. And now I feel like that's all I see skating is just like, and I love it. It makes me happy, man, because it's just I feel like there's so many positive things that can come from it. It's physically activity. I mean, it's good for people's stress. It's just I fuck with skating. Like, I don't know, I really do. I think when I have kids, if they wanted to skate, I would totally support it.
Absolutely.
But yeah, man, like what you said about the random guy in his garage, I feel like that kind of is like a good segue because like like in California out here, like skating is like ingrained in the culture. Like it's actually really dope. Like it's like it reminds me of how like football is ingrained into the culture of Texas and Oklahoma. Like
Yeah.
that, replace that with skating out here. Like you'll see like little babies wearing Thrasher onesies and like you know what I mean? And just it's like the norm. Like skating is the most normal thing in the world out here. Like it's like I don't know, it's so ingrained in the culture out here. And it's really dope. And like you see it all the time. It's dope. Like there's like in almost every park there's gonna be guys skating, like whether it's a skate park or not. And then like actually it got kind of dark over there, bro. Did your light turn off or something?
But I'm wondering, what the fuck did I just do?
Oh no, no worries, bro. But yeah, it's just like I don't know. But out there in Texas, do you feel like skating is like still kind of like a fringe thing to do, or like probably not in Austin, but probably in other parts of Texas, or what do you think?
I'm sorry, bro. My shit's fucking up. I heard the last part, but what were you saying? What was the first part of that?
Oh no, you're good, bro. Just like skating in Texas, like do you think it's becoming like more normalized? Like I know it probably is in Austin, but like when you
Oh
were in
yeah,
Dallas, was it like still kind of weird, or how's that?
yeah, dude. No, Dallas was like, honestly, the skate scene in Dallas was fucking sick too, man. The skate scene in Dallas was sick. It's just like it's different because it's definitely two groups. Like I had 2 groups of friends. I had my friends that I skated with, and then my friends that I balled with. You know what I mean? Like
Okay.
until everybody started
Yeah.
smoking weed. And we were all homies, but like, you know what I mean? Like, up until that point, it was just like, yeah, I had like my skater friends and then my football friends, and it was cool because like both respected both. You know what I mean? It was Texas, so like, like if you didn't play football, like, you had to do something. I don't know, it was cool. But
But
Austin,
it's
I say,
definitely two different worlds, though,
yeah,
right? Like definitely two
two
different
different ways
worlds.
completely.
Yeah.
But at the same time, not really. Like, I just had some of my friends that were kind of like, I don't know. I have my square, like my friends that were squares that I skated with too, but like more squares on the football team that I chill with probably. When it comes to like, just random shit like
Yeah. Yeah. No
trying to see.
doubt, bro. Man, when's the last time you hopped your ass on a dirt bike? You still fuck with those at all? I know we used to ride them motherfuckers back in the day.
Dude, yeah, I'll hop on a bike from time to time. I kind of scared myself a little bit.
They're gnarly.
Couple years back, I was dude, I just got into like riding on the street. Like I would just pop a wheelie right up for like couple like 100 yards or so, probably 100 yards, like furthest I ever got. But no, I was just riding a wheelie one day, bro, and I'm fucking like just pinning it like fourth gear tapped. You know what I'm saying? Just pinning it, and dude, yeah, my dumb ass just looped out and. Dude, yeah, I bounced on the pavement for a good second. I was straight.
Wow.
I was straight. Didn't wiggle my fingers and toes. I was good. I'm like, damn, all right. Had to ride the bike back with like the handlebars like just like this. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
But yeah, that kind of scared me a little bit. So I've been like
Yeah.
cooling on it because like I'm not trying to be. I'm not trying
It'll.
to. That's not my lane. But
Yeah.
I have fun on them from time to time. But if I'm
Yeah.
gonna do myself, I want it to be something I actually enjoy doing like daily. You know what I'm saying? If that makes
Yeah. No,
no.
I miss it. I miss it, but like I just can't like fit it into my life. Like I don't know. Like I don't feel like I need to be spending money on it. I don't feel like I need to be fucking like injuring myself, but I do miss it. Like I said, we grew up fucking doing that shit and like I don't know. I would ride somebody's like if I was at somebody's like land or something, but as far as like riding on tracks and jumps and shit, I'm probably cool on all that. But yeah, I mean I'd be down to fucking,
That's
putt around some trails or something. But my probably, probably going balls out days are behind me too, bro.
you guys got a
Man,
bunch of those scooters down where you're at?
like just like the little bird
That
scooters or
line?
whatever, Lime. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We do before the pandemic. I was fucking with them. Now they just seem dirty as fuck.
Feel that. I haven't rode one since that shit started, but
My girl or my wife, I should say, I'm married now. Yeah, my wife, she doesn't like him though. So like, I would just like, whenever I was by myself, which wasn't that often, I would always do it because I think that shit's fun. But she doesn't like the motherfuckers. But y'all be mobbing around Austin and them motherfuckers.
not really, man. Like there's like only whenever before the pandemic started, if we were down at Sixth Street, because our crib's not too far from downtown, so it's like a mile and a half. Like shit, bro. We would if the Ubers were too expensive, yeah, we'd hop on the motherfuckers, bro. But there was one
Yeah,
time I was way too throwed, man, and I was hauling ass down the street, man. There's this little strip of gravel. Dude, I busted my ass in front of so many people. I was just like, it was one of the like, it was just crazy because like I know what I'm doing on those things, but I I just
yeah,
feel like such a fool, bro. I'm like I don't need to be riding these when I'm this fucked up anymore, man.
yeah.
That was
I,
wild.
I yeah.
Dude,
I've
I had
definitely
like
had my
two
drunk
bloody
line
elbows and
moments.
shit. I thought I'd been skating the night before or something. I'm like, damn, that shit was wild.
No, I've definitely been there, bro. Man, I want you to go a little deeper into these bridge flips and cliff jumps and shit, man. Like, what, like, how long you been getting into that? How the fuck did you just? I know that you were probably few beers deep the first time you did it. Just tell me how you got into that shit. That shit's nuts. That shit seems fun as fuck.
So yeah, man, I just went and visited my boy Stevie. Shout out Smuggy Steve again. I was out there in Durango and fucking man, we were just kicking it and he was like, let's go jump some cliffs and shit. We went out there and I was talking a big game, you know what I mean? Because I'm thinking like, oh, I ain't scared of shit. Like this ain't gonna be nothing. I'm doubling it first try. We get out there and this bridge is like 35 feet, which now is like I'm chill on that. But this was like first time I'd done this shit. I'm looking at this bridge and I'm like, bro, this is fucking scary. Like I don't know if I've been that scared like maybe ever. I don't know why, just to flip it. Cause you had to like, it was kind of sketchy. You had to flip over a railing and shit. I was honestly kind of being a bitch, but like, as soon as I did it, I came out the water. I was like, damn, like that was like the scariest shit. I don't know. It was like just the adrenaline, bro. It was like a new. I'm trying to tone it down on like on the partying and shit. And that was just
Yeah.
I don't know. It was like one of those things where I'm like, damn, this might be like my way out of that shit. You know, like
Yeah. No, that's
it's
dope.
crazy. Like, it's cool
Yeah.
because like you don't want to be fucked up when you're doing that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Like you want to be
Yeah.
clear-headed as fuck. Like you want to be there. You know. So it's like I mean I'll sip. Don't get me wrong. I'll sip a couple beers and shit while I'm down there. I'll have a good time. But like I'm not partying while I'm down there. You know what I mean? Like
No, that's smart, bro. That's crazy. My question is, how do you like how much like how deep does it need to be? And then how do you know it's deep enough if they're in a tree or a log or a fucking car or something down there?
so yeah. Like normally, I mean with the bridges that I'm jumping out, like a lot of these guys that have been doing it for a long time. I've only been doing it for about 2.5 months now. But a lot of these guys that are doing this shit, they're going off like 60, 70 feet. So like those, like it's got to be at least like you want it deep as fuck, but like it could be like probably 14, 15 feet and you be straight. Shit that I'm jumping off of though, as long as it's about like 9 to 12 feet, I'll probably be good. But like,
Probably. Oh, that probably. Oh, that's crazy.
yeah, I don't know. It's just one of those things where like we got to test it out, but we don't just guess. You know what I'm saying? We'll go out there before we
Swim
jump.
around.
Yeah, we'll get like a perimeter, you know what I'm saying? Like swim around the whole, make sure there's nothing like that could get us from the side either, you know. And we're
Yeah.
we're pretty safe about it. Like anytime we're gonna do something pretty gnarly, like where we're like, damn, we might fuck ourselves up pretty bad. Most of the time it's pretty laid back and we're just, pushing ourselves a little bit. But whenever we're kind of crossing that line a little bit, we'll have someone in the water and like waiting there just in case you do knock. So like, you know what I mean? Like
No, that's
we're
dope.
pretty we're pretty safe about it for as dangerous as it is, you know.
No,
But
that's smart, man.
yeah, that
Yeah,
shit's just
it's
like such an
super cool
adrenaline.
to watch. Like for some reason, I don't know why, like certain things translate to video better than others. Like everybody says baseball's way better in person. It doesn't translate good to TV. So,
Yeah,
but that cliff jumping shit translates to TV. Like when I watch that shit, like my stomach like goes too. Like I don't know, like it's I understand the appeal of those videos, bro. Like when I watch somebody skateboard, like I just think it's really cool. I don't feel like I'm doing it though, but like whenever I
yeah.
watch somebody jump off something like really high, I don't know, I feel like a kind of like what
That's
they're
what it is.
feeling.
Like I'll say this, man. Cliff jumping is like I don't know if it'll ever make me money, but it's definitely something I'll probably do forever because it's like I'm telling you, man, it's changed my life. Like it's changed my opinion on skating. Like, because I'll be so scared. Like for instance, like when I was about to so I did a triple backflip off of this like 27-foot bridge, right? Which 27 feet is small. Like I should not have, like it's small to throw a triple off of,
Yeah,
but
yeah, you
like
need more time.
but you can really smack on that shit. And I don't know, like I was standing up there and pretty much like you scared as fuck, right? But like I have two options. It's either like I throw this shit like as hard as I can and like do it correctly, or I'm gonna eat shit. So it's like the anxiety can't even affect me. You know what I mean? Like so
Yeah.
if I have like anxiety with skating or anything, like the anxiety is only there to like block you. You know what I mean? Like you can like if you can decide not to listen to it, which is like hard to do, then like you can do great things. You know what I'm saying? So like
Yeah.
it's really affected my whole life. You know, like skating, it's like I feel like I've progressed in skating a fuck ton just in the past couple months because of cliff jumping. Like if I'm scared to try something on the skateboard, I'm like, dude, I can do this shit. Like fuck it, you
But
know?
it's like, like a six there seems tiny after you've just been jumping off 30-foot bridges, probably, I assume.
No, see that's the thing is it doesn't translate like
It
that.
doesn't
Like
translate like that? Okay.
no, I'm talking just the anxiety factor. You know, like when you
Yeah.
get like for instance, like if I like I don't know, I was pretty I don't know, I'm insecure about certain things. You know what I'm saying? So like back in the day, like first couple of times performing, I would have stage fright. Not stage fright, but I'd be hella nervous. Like not the right kind
Yeah.
either. Like not like
Yeah.
excited nervous. Kind of like, damn,
No,
I don't know if I really
I
want to
feel
do
it.
this right. You know what I'm saying? Not the right kind of nervous where like you're
Cold
excited
feet.
for this shit. But like, yeah, I don't know. Nowadays it's just like that anxiety. Like if you can decide not to listen to it, you know what I mean? You just do you, like do your thing, do what you know you can do. Then like, you're good. So like that's
Yeah.
just That's why I love the cliff jumping though, because it's like if you do let the anxiety fuck with you, you're smacking hard. Like, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I've it's happened to me plenty of times. So like it translates well. Every time I'm just like I shouldn't have been that fucked up. I shouldn't have been that nervous about it.
Bro, like that's so dope to hear you say that because like yeah, we're doing a podcast right now, but I do look at you like a little homie, a little brother, and like that's one of like those keys to success, bro. Like if you can learn from one part of your life and apply it to another part of your life, and then just kind of get that web
Yeah.
growing, like the knowledge grows faster instead of like having to be that motherfucker that like needs to learn everything the hard way or like you have to have a one-to-one like no like you can take something you learned from over here something as random as cliff jumping and apply it to like other aspects of your life that way you, like I don't know it's dope for me to hear you say that because I feel like that's something that a lot of people in general, especially a lot of young people, it takes them a second to figure out like yeah, like because everybody makes mistakes, but like if you can like apply that knowledge not just to the thing you made the mistake in, but just a broader application, that's the move, bro. Like that's for real. That's dope for me to hear you say that.
I
Um,
appreciate it, man.
Next, I
Appreciate
wanted
that.
to talk to you about like so for like years and years and years, like punk rock was like the official music of skateboarding. Would you say that it's pretty much switched to like hip hop and rap is like the official music of skateboarding now with the new generation?
I would say down here, the old heads listen to like rock. The old heads do, but everybody down here listens to rap, bro. And that's how it is in Dallas and everywhere. Like, but it's like I'll say, because in Dallas we're listening to Dallas shit, But out here they be listening to a lot of Houston shit, and I mean I fuck with it, you know what I mean? But yeah, it's a lot of like Houston rap out here on the skate scene out here, like,
Okay, that's
and that might
cool.
just be because my boys are from Houston that I be skating with all the time, so like that might be why I
Yeah.
say that. But I mean, at the skate park, it seems like they bumping Houston shit most of the time. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I mean, so I went to college with a fuck ton of people from Texas, and like my roommate was from Texas, from Houston actually, and I gotta say, Texas people fuck with Texas rap. Like Texas people
We be
support.
showing love to Texas,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah, definitely. Like I don't know, Cali. Like so, like I'm in the Bay, and like the Bay definitely like protects Bay Area rappers, like for real. Like the Bay fucks with the Bay. Um, that's something I respect because like I don't know like living in Oklahoma and stuff. Obviously, I knew who E40 was, and like I liked some of his songs and stuff, but I didn't really grasp the magnitude of it. Like out here, like in San Jose and Oakland, and like E40 is like top. Like people will tell you
Really,
instantly that he's better than Pac. That like he's the GOAT out here. Like he really is like a king in the Bay for real, for real. Like people fuck with him just as much as like Steph Curry. Like he's like a legend. But like in Oklahoma, like hell, I had homies that would like clown on E40 and shit. But like we knew
dude,
who he
same.
was.
No, no one gives a fuck about E40 really. I mean, I wouldn't say that, but
But no, I know what you're saying because when I was in Oklahoma, it was kind of the same thing. Like, but like
no
people.
one's putting E40 in their top 10.
No, I know, but bro, like out here, bro, like you like literally might catch a fade for saying some shit like that. Like if you were in the wrong bar and said that like E40's not top 10, like somebody would probably like take issue, like for real. Like they like it's funny. It's just like people fuck with
Dude,
their
that's why I
own.
respect that. That's what's up.
Yeah, definitely. Like people like that's cool that like Texas people bump Texas rap and like people. I don't know. It's more regional because in Oklahoma, I feel like we never had that. Like in Oklahoma, I feel like if anything, it was like the opposite. Like you may have listened to your friend, but you wasn't just listening to like random OKC rappers. And I kind of actually regret that looking back on it. Like looking back on it, hindsight 2020. I wish I would have like supported the Oklahoma hip hop scene more. But like I don't know, like Oklahoma people never really like just put on Oklahoma rap. Like I don't know, like do you remember that when you were in Oklahoma, or did you have a different experience?
Well, see, when I was in Oklahoma, I didn't live there for as long as you did. You know what I mean? Like, or
Good
at
point.
least like in a lot of my maturing years, I didn't grow up there. I was in Dallas for most of the time. You know what I mean? Like
Good point. Good point.
seventh grade through seventh grade through junior year, I was in Dallas. But I would say like I don't know, man. The just I don't. It might be my stubborn self, but like I've performed plenty of times. You know what I'm saying? Like performed in Dallas twice, performed in Norman, performed in Austin, performed in Denton. So not like plenty of times, but like a handful of times.
Yeah, yeah, enough.
And I don't know, man. Everywhere is kind of the same. Like at least in this like those two areas. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, it's pretty similar. Pretty
just in
similar.
terms of everybody's kind of on like whoever's headlining, they all fuck with him heavy, which rightfully so. But it's not like I don't know. It's just weird, bro. Like like it's the scene isn't. I don't know. Maybe motherfuckers just ain't fuck with us at the time because we already had like there's like 6 dudes that were already fucking like on our side. You know what I mean? But
No,
I
it's
don't know. It's
weird,
just
man.
weird, bro.
It's weird when you're at
Like
that level.
everybody just kind of do too much. Like it's weird. Like people don't. The people that aren't rapping, at least in Dallas, like at the time, I don't know. It's hard to explain, man. It's like it's hard to explain. They just
No,
not
I
a lot of
think I
people,
kind of remember.
and there's not a lot of love being shown unless you're popping. Like if you're already doing this shit, then it's
Yeah,
like everybody's on your dick. Everyone's clapping for you. Like oh, I just knew you had it.
yeah,
Like hey, you remember?
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like right now, no one's trying to help with shit unless you doing shit. So like it's funny because nowadays people have been hitting my line that like told me to fuck off a while ago. I'm like, you're funny now. Like I'm good. You know,
Yeah,
I'm chilling. Obviously now you
yeah,
hitting my. Obviously I'm chilling, so I'm good. I don't need you. Like,
yeah.
but it's weird. Like I'm not a hater either. Like I'll show like plenty of everybody that's showing love to me. I'm all about showing love back. But a lot of these dudes out here just corny and they just I don't want to keep any snakes in my corner. Like.
No, bro, like I remember that whenever we were like rapping a lot in Oklahoma City and performing in Oklahoma City, it's very tribal, it's very competitive, and it's weird because let's be real, like when you're on the local level, some of the people are like actually whack, right? Like some of these people, not everybody's fucking good at rapping. You know what I'm saying? But then so it's like I legitimately don't like this guy's music, but if I don't act like I like it, I'm a hater or like you know what I'm saying? It's weird. I remember kind of
Yeah,
dynamics like that.
it's like people don't want to be dick. It's like I don't think these guys are dickheads, but I just don't think they want. I think they just see me as competition. You know what I'm saying? Which like with
Yeah,
everything, it's like it's just kind of annoying because like music is a big scene, bro. Like music, everybody, you and my music don't even sound the same. Like I don't know, you know what I mean? Like it's kind of just like it's a big
yeah.
lane. Like everybody just trying to be that dude, and it's like.
When
You
people
could be.
forget that,
Everybody's gonna have that. If you stay in your lane, you'll have your moment of being that dude. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, and
I,
like I just feel like the whole point of performing to people is to have a good time and to like like it's a person performing for a crowd. You're supposed to make the crowd have fun. It's entertainment, and
that's what I'm
like
saying.
yeah, and like people, I can't
If you're
stand the
doing those,
rappers
like,
that's too cool for school, bro. Like when I would rap, like because I would
that's
put
what
on
I'm
a
saying.
show, like I would jump around. I would treat it almost like a rock performance, and like I would jump around and shake my dreads and just go
I know.
crazy on stage. Yeah, and like and people and so I would get other people's fans like moving to my shit just because of my energy, and that's definitely like a way to piss off a local rapper, like get quote unquote his fans to like dance to your shit. But like it's like I wouldn't viewing it like that, but other people would, you know what I mean? And it's weird. It's weird because I always just wanted everybody to have a good time. Like I know if I brought somebody to a show, I wouldn't care if they like is enjoying somebody else's music. I actually hope they would enjoy it, so they have a good time. But it ain't
That's what
about
I'm saying.
that.
People just get too serious about all that shit. I wouldn't like. I wouldn't even know if too serious is the right word, but like, I think it might be. It might be too serious.
Yeah,
Like, it's supposed to be a good time, just like everything. You
yeah.
know what I mean? Like, at least that's how I'm trying to live. So,
No, I feel that, bro.
but.
Hey, have you ever
People
gone to
don't
any
be getting
stand
in the
up?
way, bro. Much, huh?
Have you ever been to any stand up comedy shows out there in Austin?
Dude, no, I haven't. But I've been trying to, man. Actually, my brother, bro. Shout out to Brandon.
Shout
He
out to Brandon, love you, bro.
dude for his I forget what birthday it was. It was like his 23rd birthday. For some reason, his dumb ass wanted to have a roast, And so like we got everybody together and like we had a roast. But the dude who hosted it, his name's Matt Lukey. Shout out to Matt Lukey. I think he's been doing some comedy recently. Like he hosted it that
Oh,
night
okay.
though, and he slayed it, you know. And afterwards
He
we were all like, bro,
murdered?
you should hop on stage. You should do this shit. So I think he's been doing it, but that's out in
That's dope.
Oklahoma. I think he's been doing that in the city out there. So,
Yeah. I
but
just asked because, like with Rogan moving to Austin, I heard he's opening up his own comedy club and like all the comedians are going to be like flooding Austin.
I
So
will
like
definitely
you
be
get,
going there.
yeah,
I'll
you
definitely
guys
be
are going
hitting
to be
that spot.
getting some top flight talent. Like I'm honestly kind of jealous. Um,
Dude,
but
come down and fucking when one of the shows is. You know what I mean? You
yeah,
got
that would be
space.
hella dope. That'd be
Yep.
hella dope, bro.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah,
man.
man.
But yeah, bro. I'm looking forward to that, bro. We'll have to definitely link up. But honestly, man, I think that's all I had for today, brother. Man, I really appreciate your time, man. And I'd love catching up with you. And as I said, I'm definitely looking forward to that link when we can link up.
Hell yeah, brother. Well, I appreciate you having me, man. I fucking keep doing this shit. Like, I love how consistent you're being with it, and like, you're killing it, man. Like, I've actually been
Thank you
tuning
so
in
much.
on Beefy
Thank you
Boys, bro.
so
I'm not
much.
even lying. Y'all been making me tune into the UFC, bro. I don't even be watching UFC like that, but I'll be listening to y'all shit, and y'all be sounding I'm like, I gotta tune in because these guys sound like they know what they're talking about a little bit, and it
Oh
seems like
yeah.
y'all do, man. Because every time
Oh,
I'm
thank you,
like,
brother.
okay,
Yeah, man.
yeah,
Thank you
bro. So
so
keep
much,
it up,
man.
man.
Yeah, thank you. You keep doing you. Everybody go subscribe to Dillon Rainbolt on YouTube and be looking for some music coming from Dilly, I really appreciate your time, man. I support what you're doing and I'm looking forward to, catching up again soon, brother. You take it easy. Be safe, man.
Oh yeah, brother. Much love, man.